producing to be released on the 5th of June 2020 on the World Environment Day. And this song, I invite people to sing along. There's space for solo voices, but also for choirs, or for people to join in, and even dancing if you rather do that. So it's pretty simple to contribute. You can just film yourself while singing or while dancing, and then you just send the film clip over to info@musicforpeace.se, and then we'll put together a film of that, of the people to join in. This is a song that I wrote actually on the 24th of December. I don't know why, but it feels now afterwards, when I recall, that it's like a gift to the youth to actually stand up and really contribute to the awareness of climate change. So it's a gift to them, but it's also a gift to us, or a reminder that we need to be aware of this and need to act according to our Mother Earth. So this is more so a song actually honoring our Mother Earth, and I've also invited people from indigenous tribes and native people to join in, to kind of like remind us about these thoughts have always been there. There has always been people on this earth honoring the earth and living according to the earth rules, while the generation of today, which I include, have not really been aware of taking Mother Earth's circumstances in account. So I'd like to sing this song honoring our Mother Earth, and then I will continue this concert with songs that I've written on that theme. This is the part 2, so I also had a similar concert last Sunday, as I give concerts every Sunday for Mundekulla Retreat Center, which we can view in the back here, a center that I founded 22 years ago together with Anne and Bant. We started these concerts kind of just to bring awareness that we of course need help in these days. Having a center like this with no people is tough at times, but it's also a way to share this song and these thoughts tonight. So thanks for joining, and there's a Swish account and stuff down below here if you want to contribute to Mundekulla and to this project. So, honoring our Mother Earth. One voice in the night, one voice pure and bright, one voice turns on the light, one voice of a child, one voice being heard, one voice for the world, one voice here to serve, one voice of a little girl, one voice shows the direction, give us a deeper lesson, one voice offer reflection, reaching for connection, one voice is calling out, one voice is free of doubt, the voice of our ancestors, saying honor our Mother Earth, honoring our Mother Earth, honoring our Mother Earth. One voice soft and clear, one voice drawing near, one voice free of fear, one voice that really cares, one voice without end, one voice who don't pretend, one voice who make amends, one voice who gather friends, one voice with one desire to stop our house on fire, one voice turn the quiet, one's required, one voice is calling out, our voice is free of doubt, the voice of our ancestors, saying honor our Mother Earth, honoring our Mother Earth, honoring One voice for a better day. One voice with one desire to stop our house on fire. One voice becomes a choir where everyone's required. Our voice is calling out. Our voice is free of doubt. The voice of our ancestors, they in honor of our Mother Earth, honoring our Mother Earth, honoring our Mother Earth, honoring our Mother Earth, honoring our Mother Earth. World is in need of people like you. The world is in need of people like us. Honoring our ancestors. Honoring those taking birth. One voice, many voices. One choice, many choices. Our voice. Honoring our Mother Earth, but also honoring our ancestors, and also honoring those taking birth. I can see like a big thread of generations, of ancestors, of people that are born and will be born to this earth, who are part of this story somehow. I like the quote, honoring our Mother Earth to start with, the earth we stand on, but also honoring our ancestors. Those people have walked this earth before, and it's beautiful to think about that, because many times it's easy to feel that I'm alone in this life. And I am in a way. I was born alone, I die alone. I live my life partly alone. But also if we see the bigger thread, the bigger web, we can see that for generations backwards, 10,000s of years, I am a result of those people who have walked the earth before. In that sense, I can't be alone, because this body and soul does not belong to me. It's a part of such a big existence that has been here before me. But also honoring the youth to come, or those taking birth. In other words, honoring those who are taking birth today, who are just about to walk this earth and take over what we've kind of started. Honor them for the braveness of actually being born in these times. And I think I like the word honoring, because when we learn and we teach ourselves and we remind ourselves of actually honor people around us, and honor life in general, Mother Earth and so forth, there's some humbleness that comes with it. So therefore, I think it's a good reminder to see that I am not alone. I don't have to be the best or the biggest or seek fame, success, money, because I am a part of everything. So this song is pretty much also about the fact that we need to, I think Corona crisis give us a great opportunity to actually sit back, look back on our lives. Do I live the life that I want to live? Or is there something I can change? Is there something I can do to actually contribute even more? Or do I need more rest in my life? Maybe this is a reminder that I want to change my lifestyle in that sense. Honoring my Mother Earth is also a feeling that I have that this world is very, this, as the song says, it's a man's world. And I say that with kind of like with sadness, because I think we need so much more of the feminine energy in this world. And saying that also means the feminine energy in me. So I'm not talking so much about man, woman, but we need more of a caretaking approach, I think, in this world, and not seeking fame for my own sake, or success, or stepping on others to become famous, or stepping on Mother Earth in that sense. I lived like a hermit when I came here to Mundekulla. Mundekulla Retreat Center is a center that founded 98 together with Bant and Irene. Irene, my mother and father, and also Anne, my great friend. First I came here 97 actually to live as a hermit for 1 year, and then slowly I got back to life. But for 3 years I was pretty much in solitude, walking in the nature just about every day. That was my only rule, actually, to go out in nature every day. And this is one song that I wrote in those times that I have never sung to anyone before. I have like files of more than thousands of songs that I've written over the years, and I've picked a few of them that relate to this theme today. But this song is called Mother Earth. And I think it comes back to the feeling that looking at Mother Earth, and everything that lives on Mother Earth, I'd say apart from human beings, lives pretty much according to the instructions, according to Mother Earth, while we have a tendency to kind of take over. So looking at the lake or the flood, it will never go against the stream. Look at the stones, it doesn't try to be anything, it's just there. Looking at the trees, they just sway with the wind. Looking at humans is more perspective of trying to be something, I'd say. Trying to make my voice be heard or whatever. So this was a very nice reminder as I was walking in the woods, just how this song came about to me. So it's also the fact that don't bite the hand that feeds you. Nature holds the answer to every single prayer. Nature holds the wisdom to every single question. Don't you bite the hand that feeds you. Don't you bite the hand that needs you. Don't you bite the hand that greets you. Don't you hurt Mother Earth. Look at the trees, they are standing strong indeed. Look at the stones, do they ever feel alone? I'm sure it isn't so, 'cause they live in harmony with everything and all in one big family. So why do we hurt Mother Earth? And look at the lakes, will they ever hesitate and wonder where to go? Will they go against its flow? I'm sure it isn't so, because they live in harmony with everything and all in one big family. So why do we hurt Mother Earth? Don't you bite the hand that feeds you. Don't you bite the hand that needs you. Don't you bite the hand that greets you. Why do we hurt Mother Earth? Look at the rain on a cold November's day. Would it fail to snow when the winter's growing cold? I'm sure it isn't so, 'cause they live in harmony with everything and all in one big high family. Why do we hurt Mother? 'Cause it works in perfection without a given direction, and we just need to follow, 'cause the way of the earth is hollow. Why do we hurt Mother Earth? So look at the sky, with the secret it hides, we can realize if we look deep inside. 'Cause everything and all derives from the same source, and we carry the same soul. We live for the same cause. But why do we hurt Mother Earth? Won't you bite the hand that feeds you? Don't you bite the hand that needs you? Don't you bite the hand that greets you? Don't you bite the hand that sees you? Don't you bite the hand that feels you? Don't you bite the hand that seeks you? Don't you bite the hand that hears you? Don't you bite the hand that's aware of you? Don't you bite the hand that cares for you? Don't you hurt Mother Earth. Nature holds the answer to every single prayer. Nature holds the wisdom to every single question. Mother Earth. I find often when I write songs that they speak very much to myself. So when I say don't you hurt Mother Earth, it's pretty much Mother Earth's voice that keeps telling me, don't you hurt Mother Earth. Please walk on this earth gently. Walk on my body gently. Just like I do with a loved one. I don't want to hurt that person's body. You know, this earth is so much prosperity. It gives us so much hope. Now in the springtime and all the flowers and all the trees and leaves and all the abundance, it's really something that we can take in. And I find that when I used to live in the city life, I'm not sure if this is true for everyone, but I used to live in the city life the first 25 years of my life. And then the latter 25 years of my life, I've lived out in the countryside. And I can feel a change in myself since I actually moved out and experienced this all year round, the winter, the snow, the coldness, and now the spring. And I can feel that today, I can feel with the earth in a much different way than I felt when I was living in the city life. When I was living in the city, I wanted it to be sunny every day. Oh, it's rainy today, or the boring, give me more sun. I couldn't get enough of it. When I'm out here, I can see like, oh no, Mother Earth needs water. Please rain, you know? Like I think people have done in generations before us because they could see the importance of balance. Yeah, so I think there's I think I want to sing this song that actually, well, I think I take this song instead. I don't see if I remember it. I think this is kind of nice, this song. I haven't played it for a while, but see if I go. But it's called like Life is Like a Circle. And I think it's the chorus goes like, just because the rain keeps falling down, it doesn't mean that my head should fall to the ground. It only takes a smile to clear the sky and knowing everything will work out fine. Life is like a circle going around, round and round and round and round. To actually see the bigger perspective that all weathers are beautiful. It's just a reaction, just like all feelings are beautiful. We usually talk about 5 feelings as humans. It's like anger, fear, joy, anger, fear, joy, grief. There's one more. But we have a tendency to think that joy, that's the feeling, that's the best. And that's how we should feel. But it's so important to feel our anger, to feel our sorrow, to feel our grief, to feel our fear. And that's when we become strong. I think strength comes out of vulnerability. When we dare to be vulnerable and feel all feelings and feel that we're alive, that's when we can experience true joy and be happy. And I think also that's the Mother Earth reaction. When wind is blowing, when the thunder is there, it's all okay, because it needs to come out every now and then. There's a song I like to sing, and it goes something like this. It's a little bit slow and it has a twist that comes along with it. It has a melody like a symphony. It touches me so deeply. A melody like a symphony reaching out to me. Just because the rain keeps falling down, it doesn't mean my head should fall to the ground. Life is like a circle going round, round and round and round and round and round. Walk along with our aim ahead, but we'll never reach our goal. Because life is now and there's nothing to get, nothing to reach for. Because life is like a melody, like a symphony, touches me so deeply. A melody like a symphony, reaching out to me. Just because the rain keeps falling down, it doesn't mean my head should fall to the ground. Life is like a circle going round, round and round and round and round and round. So come along everyone, let's have some fun. There is nothing to be done, nothing here to get. Come on up and drop the fuss, never stop to do all that we love. Just because the rain keeps falling down, it doesn't mean my head should fall to the ground. It only takes a smile to clear the sky. Everything will work out fine. Just because the keeps falling down, it doesn't mean my head should fall to the ground. It only takes a smile to clear that sky, knowing that everything will work out fine. 'Cause life is like a circle going round and round and round. It's nice to think of life as a circle. And also, I think the meaning of life is pretty much to complete our own circle. Oftentimes we walk around feeling not good enough or feeling not happy enough. And then we walk around with a half circle and we look for other half circles to be complete. And then we're a whole circle. But I think what we more so need to do is actually to look at our own circle and how can I complete my own circle so I can create a sign of eternity, evighet. So actually see what aspects of my life don't I like and what do I need to work on. How can I be more myself? When I was younger, I used to think that when I'm 25 years old, I'm old. I need to do everything before then, and then I can start living my life. Well, then my life is over. Then I'm older. Then I'm too old. But it wasn't actually until I was 25 that I moved out here till I actually lived like a hermit, and I was very much alone, and I was like pretty much sitting alone on the Fridays and Saturday nights, just being with myself, and that I actually started to like myself, started to look at myself and see what's in here that I can transform or I need to work with. I remember having 3 fears, and one of them was being alone, one of them was being in the darkness, one of them was also to stand and sing in front of audience. All of these things were very unusual to me, rare, and I didn't like doing it. So I like we all usually do, I decided not to do it to prevent me from feeling fear. Instead of digging deep into the fear and actually do those things that we fear the most or that we fear. So today, and then I have loads of concerts, and after living in the woods for like 3 years, I didn't live in the woods, I live in a house in the woods. But that helped me also to transform that kind of fear of darkness, a fear of being alone. So I think sometimes when we dare to expand our consciousness and do things that we fear, our whole life, our whole circle gets bigger. Another song that I wrote, and I remember how I wrote this song during my hermit days. I was actually walked out and I just laid down on the ground and kind of like listened to what the Mother Earth was saying. And it goes like this. I'm not sure if this has a... I think I just sing it like this. Last night I talked to Mother, the mother of my life. She told me just to love her and she would treat me right. She told me yes, she told me no, and her secrets I do know. Last night I talked to Mother, I talked to Mother Earth. I told her that I love her, I told her that I care. I told her that I need her, she said she's always there. As I walked into the woods, this is what I understood. When I laid by my mother, she told me everything. She said, go out, do your thing. I said, what do you mean? She said, go find your purpose. She said, go out and sing. She taught me yes, she taught me no. She taught me everything I know. Last night I talked to Mother, I talked to Mother Earth. That's another song that I never sang for anyone. It's just been here in my files. But I think that song, what it actually gave to me was actually the courage to go out and sing. But meaning go out and sing was pretty much to me to go out and share my songs. And sharing my songs pretty much meant to be active in the world. Because when I first lived like a hermit, I felt like, well, I don't want to deal with society. I just want to be alone. I don't want to be part of that. I just want to live my own life, which was fine and nice in many ways. But my songs told me to interact, to engage, to get entangled. And I knew the challenging about getting entangled, getting stuff done, starting a business. It's so much easier just to sit in your bed and don't do anything, on one hand. But sometimes you need to step in there and actually dare to say what you think in this world and to express accordingly. To go out and sing to me meant to create something in this world. And I remember standing in the potato field. I've been telling this in this broadcast before in Swedish. I was holding, because I was growing my food for 3 years, pretty much everything that I needed. And I held 2 potatoes in my hands, and I was thinking, this is the music potato, meaning I should share my songs, share my music, or share my dedication. And this is the potato of the hermit, because I can just keep on living my life in solitude in the woods forever. And I can weigh those 2 potatoes and I can feel like, okay, which one is the heaviest? And slowly I could feel that the music potato was the heavier one. In the background here, we see Mundekulla Retreat Center, parts of it. We've built I think it's 15 buildings here with a retreat center with more than 100 beds and events up to 300-400 people. We can even see a tower in the back here that we built all over the trees. That reaches out 22 meters up from the ground above the pine trees and the trees, and you can have beautiful scenery from out there. And all you see is pretty much woods, because this is such an isolated area in Sweden. So there's so much woods, so much nature around her, natural spaces. But this has taken 22 years to actually create this space, and meaning go out and sing. What meant to me, go out and do what the song tells me to do. And I think that's sometimes challenging, but I also think that it's so meaningful. And I like to encourage people who have dreams or have thoughts about this is what I like to do. Next thought comes, no, why should I? No, I can't get better tomorrow. But to actually look a little bit deeper in these Corona times, what do I really want to do with my life? It's easy also to say that, well, I'm too old, I'm sick, my children is in the way, I work too much. There's many things that we actually can change. There's many things that we can't change it fully, but we can usually direct our time in one way or the other. Be less on Facebook, watch the TV less. There's stuff that we can do to actually give more room for our deeper dream, our deeper calling. I think that's what the world really calls us to do. Because if we just allow ourselves to sit on the sofa, watching Facebook, just following everyone else's dreams or everything else's project, watching the news, we kind of like get a bit dumb. We kind of lose ourselves in that. So sometimes we need to kind of like ask ourselves, what am I here to do? What's my purpose? And to me, this has been challenging to build this place, but it's been so beautiful. I don't regret a single moment, although it's been tough. Compared to the times when I was a hermit and did nothing, I can say that both places, both things have a meaning, but there's something to it about doing something. And that's also what this project is about, honoring our Mother Earth, to actually not be so attached to the outcome, to the result. More, okay, this is what I want to do, this is calling, I just do it. Some projects may come big, and some are not become so good big, but it's not so much what's happening out there, it's what's happening in here. How do I face my fear? What do I do with my dreams, and how do I dare to act them out? And I also told in it earlier recording here, my meeting with the Dalai Lama, and how he said, Peter, great that you do music. Music is a great way to promote peace. Keep on doing it and your music will grow. But even if it doesn't, keep doing it anyway. And don't bother. So it's very much about not being attached to the outcome, just to kind of do things, and because it makes me feel alive, and maybe it touches someone, and maybe it inspires someone else to do it. I used to play in bars and pubs, and I used to play like for many hundreds of people, play other people's songs, playing covers, and I was pretty good at that. I was even a street musician. I even became the best street musician in Sweden. I had like a big drum on my back, and I used my whole body to perform with this drum, and I was pretty good at making people share and clap their hands and get engaged and stuff. But I always felt when I did that I didn't question, like, people get so happy, but why don't I feel satisfied afterwards? And it wasn't until I started writing my own songs and sharing my own truth, and the crowd went from 100 or 200 to 10 people, but I feel so much more satisfaction. So for me, it's very much about living our lives in a quality-based lifestyle, thinking that how can I do what I love? It doesn't matter the outcome or the amount of people that likes what I share, but if I can be as pure and true and honest to myself, what happens then? Or the other way around that I was living before, how can I get their attention? How can I get the crowd singing? How can I get famous? How can I get success? How can I get money? How can I get whatever else out there? And there's a never-ending story, because you can never be successful enough if that's what you're looking for. You can never be rich enough if that's what you're looking for. But you can't be satisfied enough if you start living from the inside out. So I think that's what this project, or this what my life has been very much about, starting this center, Mundekulla Retreat Center, mundekulla.se. And these concerts that I do every Sunday night at 8 o'clock Swedish time is a way to kind of promote, or to kind of more so reach out and say, like, Mundekulla needs help. And I feel like that's also one thing that I like about asking for help, because that's that's pretty hard for most of us, I'd say. For me, it's been super hard, and I would like to talk about that on another evening, about also man's need to I think I'd say idea about I had to fix everything myself. That's also about women, but I think many men don't share their vulnerability, or don't ask for help, because the risk of feeling foolish or not being good enough. But I feel that I've done so many concerts for free. I've done so much projects supporting different cultures and different people in need. So when I finally came in big need myself with Mundekulla, it wasn't such a hard thing to say, wow, now I need help. And I was actually granted with a lot of not only money, but actually support, and people saying, keep on going. And I'd say that if we wouldn't get the support in money that we've gotten, we wouldn't run today, because we use this money now. That's what keeps us running. So that's also why I do this concert, just to kind of say hello. If you feel like contributing, do so. If you feel like just listening, that's also fine. People give whatever they feel like giving. Okay, I think I want to sing something about my journey to West Africa. Because I was in West Africa 4 winters, 2009, 10, 11, 12, I think it was. I met the African culture, the Senegal, Gambian culture. I also realized that Africa is truly our motherland, according to all information and archaeologists and scientists. Human life started there. There are some people that think it came out a different way, but to me it's pretty obvious. The eldest person being found, Lucy, in Ethiopia from 2 million years ago, shows that human life has existed there longer than no other place. And I think it's pretty natural that we all were born black, and then as we wandered north here up in Sweden, we've lived here for generation 10,000 years maybe. Of course, our skin turn more pale when we don't need it, or when the sun isn't that strong. But yet, I feel a very strong connection to Mother Africa, Mama Africa. So talking about mother, honoring a mother, I think it's really important also to address that we need to care for Africa, because that's our origin, that's our cradle. And I think Africa usually is the country or the continent that suffers the most in terms of crisis like corona, like climate change, etc. But they are not the ones who started the crisis. It's the Western world pretty much that started the climate crisis in the world today. So I wrote this song together with Pappis, my friend, and it's called Mama Africa. I have one thing to say, but it's a crying shame that we can't seem to change the situation that we face. We are one family, one humanity, living in different countries, but sharing the same dream. Mama Africa, aseka jola. Mama Africa, aseka mande. Mama Africa, aseka tuba. Mama Africa, aseka bambara. The flower needs its leaves, the roots supports the trees, the river becomes the sea, the unity we need. And if we stand together through any kind of weather, things can only get better. We need it now or ever. Mama Africa, aseka jola. Mama Africa, aseka mande. Mama Africa, aseka tuba. Mama Africa, aseka bambara. Hey, Mama Africa, jola te bate la we. Hey, Mama Africa, jola te bate la he. We need you. We can make it on our own. We need you. Without you, we are gone. We need you. You're the cradle, our true home. We need you. Together, we are strong. Out to the world, we need you. Africa, the situation must change. We need help along the way. We bleed with you, Africa. We love to see you smile, and there's no time for denial. We're in without you. Mama Africa, aseka jola. Mama Mama Africa, aseka mande. Mama Africa, aseka tuba. Mama Africa, aseka bambara. Mama Africa. Mama Africa, I really like that kind of idea, that thought, and also to see our earth as a mother, as a mama. I also have this feeling that the way we treat the earth is the way we treat women over time, or the feminine energy, which is also in me. The demolition, the power in negative ways that we kind of like use to gain power for ourselves. And I wrote this song on that theme called Lady, that I wrote to my former wife, my best friend, when we had a bit of a conflict, which pretty much deals with the idea that when we treated the feminine energy so badly over so many years, of course there's going to be earthquakes, of course there's going to be thunderstorms, of course there's going to be, some of this is natural, but also some of it comes because of human ways of acting. And maybe unfortunately there will be more of that with the climate change to come. But it's something that really we can be awakened to, the fact that how will my life look if I start to act in a more humble ways towards the female energy, towards Mother Earth, to the feminine energy? How can I bring out the vulnerability in myself, be more aware of being a human means that you need to be in contact with all feelings, but don't act them out on others, but just kind of like to allow them to be there. So here it comes, Lady. You are the princess the world needs today. Don't let the system steal your loving away. Don't let You've got the magic power that we all seek. You're like a fragrant flower, blossom to heal. For so long you have been banished and misused, like our Mother Earth that we walk on. Heat waves and hurricanes are the result of our abuse. In fact, it is your way to reclaim love. Lady, you are more than beautiful. Lady, remember your good. Lady, don't you let them push you down. Lady, you are the crown of creation. Don't be afraid to show your anger and your hurt. What it brings are phases to go through. Equality is what we need for our relationship to work. After the hurricane, it's common pace. Lady, you are more than beautiful. Lady, remember your good, yeah. Lady, don't you let them You are the princess the world needs today. Don't let the system steal your loving away. All right, lady. In my hermit years, there was one song that I wrote that became really strong to me. Another song that I haven't sung to anyone. I think all these songs that I've written in my hermit years, the first year I wrote like more than 200 songs, but it became more like day notes for the day, and I kind of wrote it down and make music to it. And then it's just been coming more and more songs over the years, and more than 1,000 these years. But I can relate and recall and go back to these songs and remember, yeah, that song is about that, and that was that moment. And this song was one of those songs that I was also lying on the ground and feeling the wind, feeling the air, sensing the Mother Earth qualities, thinking, maybe this air that I can feel now, maybe that is a wind of change. Maybe something will come, positive will come with it. So I wrote a song called Maybe Now. Goes like this. When I hear the winds of freedom, I listen carefully. They speak of ancient wisdom that soon will be released. The wind is telling me that we can still be free. So maybe now the tide will change. Maybe now we live again. Maybe now we rearrange. Maybe now we love again. When I hear the raindrops falling, I hear them call my name. Is this the final calling? And soon there'll be a change. But people are suffering due to a long lost dream. But I won't stop to believe that one day we'll be free. Maybe now the tide will change. Maybe now we'll live up again. Maybe now we'll rearrange. Maybe now we'll love again. When I see the sun rising, I know that time is close. As it sets in the horizon, then I surely know now's the time for us to change. Now's the time to live up again. Now's the time to rearrange. Now's the time to love again. And now's the time to take a stand. Now's the time to love our brother man. Now's the time to join hands. Now's the time, woman and man. Maybe now. I think all it takes is a decision. We can wait for things to happen, or we can just act as they were already here and make things happen. I've never sung that song either before officially. So many songs that I've never sang, because I wrote these songs more as diaries, but also as to myself, to actually stand up and live according to these messages. And I've been so busy running Mundekulla Retreat Center over the years, so my music like comes and goes in the background here. But I've taken a decision in this kind of Corona time that I'm gonna do more music. And these concerts that I do every Saturday night, like Sunday night at 8 o'clock like this, it's a result of that. So this is the 8th concerts that we're doing from Mundekulla, broadcasted from Mundekulla. And I will bring in more people here next to me with time. We just try to learn all the techniques before I start inviting more people. Hopefully next week, I will invite a very dear friend of mine. I'm going to tell you in the week, and we're going to talk 2 generations of sustainability. Talk about sustainability. He's a little bit older than me, and he's been around for quite some time. Also thinking very holistic and sustainable, and acting accordingly, and also writing songs about nature and so on. So we're going to do a concert together. That's the aim next Sunday. And these concerts have come about for the sake of Mundekulla, which suffers a crisis due to the fact that we don't have any courses. We usually have like 2,000 people a year attending different courses. So it's pretty international based. We serve like 20,000 meals of food every year. And this year it seems like maybe maybe all the whole year will at least suffer from it, or not, if not be cancelled, at least so far this year. But we do things in the meanwhile. So I think also we're creating a group of people here doing things like this broadcasting. Our chef is making a wonderful book, cookbook, Mundekulla Cooks, that is now on Kickstarter. And I think it's gained like 100,000 kronor. You can buy your book already now, and then you get it in July. So you can just Google on Mundekulla Cooks and Kickstarter, and then you get then you can pledge your book there. So there's a lot of things happening in the background here, and we have a very positive feeling that we will survive somehow, and we're very grateful for the support we've gotten so far. There's room for one more song in this little broadcasting, and I've talked about this song of tonight's theme, Honoring Our Mother Earth. It's a song that will be released on the 5th of June. With voices from different parts of the world as well as Sweden. So if you feel like you want to join this project, please check out musicforpeace.se. You will find all the information. You can sing, film yourself, send it to us, and we will make a film out of that music video that will be presented on the 5th of June on the World Environment Day. So I've written quite a few songs, and I've run a few projects like this before, where I kind of like what I call Earth Anthems, where I bring in different people to join in to show that we are many people supporting a certain message. The first one I did is the song I want to write now, called Now Is the Time, which I said to be Sweden's answer to We Are the World. It actually was voted the best Swedish song according to a newspaper in Sweden 2007. I released the song 2005, and with different voices, and I've also done similar projects for Tibet and for Africa and for other projects. But this will be the final song tonight, and I wrote this song as I was watching the bridge being built between Malmö and Denmark, Malmö and Copenhagen. My parents grew up right on the ocean, and I was visiting them in 98, watching that, and it was one of these songs that kind of fell into my lap. I just sat there in 5 minutes. This song was kind of written, and then I went on with it in 2005 and made it, put a lot of effort into it. So this will be the final song tonight. So thanks for listening. Now is the time, and I think the picture is beautiful. When I was watching the bridge there, I had a friend who was working on the bridge, bringing concrete, and he told me how much work it took to build this bridge. And I was thinking to myself, if humans have potential to build bridges from land to land, towers, skyscrapers, aeroplanes, computers, temples, churches, I mean, why should it be so hard to build a bridge from heart to heart? Maybe that's the type of bridge that needs to be built in these times more than ever. We don't have to build more monuments. We need to build a connection with one another. So this will be the final song, called Now Is the Time. So if we can build bridges, we can build a home and share the world's riches, to live as one. If we can build skyscrapers, we can reach the sun and leave greed and hatred to help everyone. Now is the time to love our neighbors. Now is the time to open the door. Now is the time to find one another. Now is the time more than ever before. We can build aeroplanes, we can build a home, see through those earthly games to fulfill our dreams. We can build temples, we can reach the sky and love the world's members and unify. Now is the time to love our neighbors. Now is the time to open the door. Now is the time to find one another. Now is the time more than ever before. We are connected from land to land. We can make it hand in hand. Let's start right where we are. If we can build temples, we can truly love the world and its people for who they truly are. If we can write love songs like this one I sing, hope is not yet gone. Let the healing begin. Now is the time to hear the spirits call. Now is the time to open the closed door. Now is the time to find one another. Now is the time more than ever before. We can build bridges from heart to heart. We can make a difference. Now's the time to start. Now's the time to start. If you want to know more about the Honoring Our Mother Earth project, share your voice, your film, be part of this kind of film movie that I'm recording to be released on the 5th of June, World Environment Day. Check in musicforpeace.se. You will find all the information. Musicforpeace.se. If you want to know more about Mundekulla, check out mundekulla.se and the funding that we right now are doing. There's like some information there if you want to swish or share some money for this night, for this concert. So thank you very much for listening, and welcome back next Sunday, 8 o'clock, with a beautiful surprise. Thank you.